Hey there, Papa's Posse. Don't forget about that QR code. Take you to my eBay, YouTube, and Instagram page. Welcome back, everyone. Once again, it's time for Papa's Comic Books, Coffee, and more. Well, welcome back to the channel, Papa's Posse. It's Papa's Comic Books, Coffee, and more. And today we have the New Defenders, crazy Marvel book here, number 127, 60 cents from back in 1984. Title of one story is Dreams of Glory, and then there's also Cloud Hidden. One is by Ann Nocenti, and the other one is by J.M. DeMatteis. Well, don't forget, this is available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Let's see what's happening. Dreams of Glory. It all started when the editors left for the San Diego convention. The other assistant editors given an emotional farewell to their revered leaders, but not me. I hurried to my office to quietly change from dainty, demure, devoted assistant to my alter ego, the energetic, effervescent super editor. I'm on vacation. Can I change my costume? Unless Walt Simonson draws me, I'm staying dead. Oh boy, daylight. Can I get a shrink first? I won't star with Beast anymore. He's a scene stealer. Okay, troops, all the editors are gone, even Jim Shooter. My seniority makes me editor-in-chief for a month. And have I got plans? I want my own book. I'm clearing up the dead woods, setting up a whole new line. You can't kill me, I haven't been licensed yet. But my boyfriend writes and draws me. Wait till the fanzines get a hold of this. If I have to appear monthly, I might get hurt. What a lousy reason to die. Double all rates. King of the line, sure Stevie baby. You can write it. Yes, Thor. No, you're powerful enough. And you take a vacation permanently. You see, there's the 30-mile-an-hour wind over my drawing table. My wife had kittens. This bird laid eggs on my typewriter keys. You see, the new puppy? Shadap. You freelancers will meet your deadlines or you're off the books. Ah, the books are great and they're on time. Everyone's rich, fame and fortune for all. Suddenly a knock. It's Danny Crespi, the production manager, with the usual questions. Hey, Chief, you got to sign these vouchers, and the bullpen needs more erasers, and the colorist is sick. Oh no, it's reality, mundane problems, petty details. The spells is broken. I'm reverting back to little old me. Oh well, guess it's time to get on with the good stuff. Next page. How long has she been running? Minutes, hours, days, perhaps an eternity. Time has no reality now. The world has no shape, no substance. There is only her rapidly pounding heart and an unyielding, updigging fear. A fear that drives her eyes left and right, in front and behind. A fear that has exhausted her, leached the very soul from her body. A fear that sets her legs to the trembling, that drags her brutally to the ground. A fear that lumbers toward her, huge and shadowed. No, get away, get away! Ooh, a fear that kills! Oh well. Cloud Hidden by J. DeMatteis and Sal Buscemi. Illogical subject cloud has apparently vanished. Alert code red sensor banks indicate. You know where you can stick your sensor banks, you clanky tin-plated creeps. Subject cloud's metamorphic abilities have apparently revived Escaped in Progress. Direction southeast speed 62 miles per hour and increasing. Actions anticipated. We follow as per number one's orders. The Secret Empire cannot be denied. Port Jefferson, Long Island, earlier this evening. This is the home of Madeline and William Drake, the typical retired couple living on a typical block in a typical suburban town. But tonight they are entertaining some extremely atypical guests. So he looks the guy square in the face and says, "Hey, what happened to the duck?" Ha 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 ha. "Oh, Willie, you are such a card. That's my dad. Hey, Bob, while they're in a good mood, maybe you ought to tell them about, Mr. Drake, I don't think we've thanked you yet for the dinner invitation Candy and I are having a wonderful evening." "We're always happy to have you, Warren, especially out of costume. Isn't that right, Maddie?" "Of course, it's been too long since I've seen my sonny boy and his two closest friends. My son, the accountant. I'm so happy you put all that silly superheroing behind you, Robert. Mom, come on. So what's wrong with the superhero trade, Mrs. D? I never gave it up, and just look at what it's done for me. Well, perhaps I should rephrase that. What the beast Hank is trying to say, Mr. Drake, is that the life of a so-called superhero is an important and valuable one. Why, as the angel I must have helped save the entire world 12 times. Yeah, and you almost got killed 100 times. Sorry, Warren, I didn't mean to tell you, to yell at you. You know, when you three boys were first at Professor Xavier's school, your teacher blanked out of memories of your mutant powers. I don't know how right that was, but at least Maddie and me weren't worrying ourselves sick of all that. They blanked out their powers, okay. 'Cause when Bobby finally did tell us about the X-Men, well, we were a couple of nervous wrecks, wondering when the phone call would come telling us our boy had been murdered or by some crazy supervillain. But we're not X-Men anymore, Dad, and we're not boys. We know how to take care of ourselves. Heck, we've been on this game longer than most. Robert, are you trying to tell us something? Yeah, Mom, I am. Oh, dear. I'm getting back in the game, Mom. Oh, dear. The Iceman lives again. Oh, dear. Mrs. D. All in all, Bobby, I think they're taking it rather well. She fainted. Look closely. This is not some hoary ancestral manor tucked away near the British moor, but a perfect replica of the medieval castle hidden in the heart of the Virginia Smokies, hidden in the heart of mystery. Cloud has escaped the pursuers and apparently headed for New York City. Of course, has Plan L been set in motion? Number 49. It has Professor team of psychologists and scientists are even now flying to supervise the Mind Ripper's final adjustments. Excellent, number 49, but in the future, please refer to me only as number 1. There will be time enough later for that world to learn that the new head of the secret empire is none other than Professor Power. With a confident, one might say, arrogant stride, the man called Power makes his way across his office, past shelved walls, stuffed to the bursting with thousands upon thousands of books, history books. As he enters the recently built private gym of the rear of his living quarters, Anthony Power coldly ponders the years he spent lost to the wonders of the printed page. Warrior drones programmed and ready. Dispatch. Years during which the young Power studied the bloody dance of history, humanity's tragic love affair with stones and clubs, guns and bombs, and the decades past his expertise in the fields of history and the foreign affairs became legend. And then you can get to Star Frontier after that. They became legends. Let's see. He taught at the world's finest universities, advised 4 presidents, warrior drones dispatched, and became obsessed with the idea that the United States was the only nation capable of redeeming the hell-bent world. Disgusted by what had perceived as his country's faltering grip of the international affairs of Power, assembled a secret network of super patriots dedicated to returning America to its position of dominance in the world. Concentrated Alpha Burst has disabled drones in 4.7 seconds. But a private torment hindered Power's progress. His son Matthew, whose mind had been shattered by the infallible horrors of war, when Professor Charles Xavier refused to use his psionic abilities to heal Matthew's psyche, Power lay trapped for the mutant telepath, but caught in the psychic crossfire between Xavier and the mental master Mentalo, for a very good reason in Marvel Team-Up. What small shreds of sanity Matthew Power had left were annihilated. From that day on, Power dedicated himself to quest of the vengeance of realizing Matthew's mind was forever lost. The professor had his son's body encased in a superpowered battle suit and transferred his own mind into it. It was Charles Xavier Power blamed for his child's destruction, and it was Xavier's children, the past and present members of the uncanny X-Men, who became Power's targets. Power's first attack was on the Beast, an attack that ended in a confusing and emotionally wrenching manner. So the professor retreated, rethought both his personal goals and public concerns. He emerged some months later with a new vision, a new plan, and he set to work, uniting the remnants of the old secret empire with his own formidable organization. The past was prologued, and the future? Soon, Matthew, soon. New York City, the brownstone home of headquarters of the New Defenders. She was born Heather Douglas, but that was the Eternals took her to their world. Before this, monks of the Shalom monastery trained her to become the total master of her body before she became Moondragon. Nice moves. What? How dare you two so brazenly interlude my privacy? We didn't mean to intrude, Moondragon. Valkyrie and I were just walking past your room when we caught sight of your little karate exhibition. Like I said, nice moves. I was not performing for an audience, Gargoyle. The martial arts I was tutored in on Titan are sacred to me. I will not have them cheapened by your curious eyes. In the future you will stay out of my quarters unless you are invited in. But the door was open. My mistake. I just don't understand that girl, Val. She says she wants to be part of our New Defenders, and yet she goes out of her way to treat us like dirt. I know it's like being an outcast. Heck, I wasn't exactly welcome when I first hitched my wagon to this team. But that little lady truly tries my patience. You must understand, Isaac Moondragon is not on Earth by choice. She is here because the Asgardian All-Father Odin sent her here as a penance for her past misdeeds. I have been instructed to help Moondragon find the balance between her long-ignored humanity and her self-styled godhood. And she must either accept my aid or face Odin's wrath. No wonder she resents us. Yet I sense that buried deep in with her for the very frightened soul who wants my help and who wants very much to belong. Buried deep in her soul. It's what's closer to surface that got me worried. To some, mediation is a retreat from life's pressures. To others, a means of touching the power that binds the world together. Just what Moondragon uses thus ancient disciplines, for only she can say, but this much is certain. When the young priestess withdraws into herself, her mind spreads outward, a great net of shimmering thought that touches darkness, light, hope, fear. Shaboom! Kaboom! Sirens, a titan, a cloud that lives and thinks and strikes. Karake, no, by the gleaming gates. What is it? That's not an it, Val. It's a her. Well, let's see if one of my life force draining biomystic bolts can let the wind out of her sails. Her name is Cloud. She's one of those 3 secret Empire crazies who tried to kidnap the Vision a few weeks back. Christians, you old fool, don't! So help me, old man, you've hurt her. Now, just a dang minute, she was trying to kill you. Defenders. Did I reach the Defenders? It's all right, little one. You have found the Defenders, and we will help you. Would you mind telling us what is going on here, Moondragon? I could feel Cloud's thoughts as she drew closer. She was delirious from lack of sleep, feverish, frightened. But it was clear that she meant us no harm. Now leave us. The girl must rest. That girl is an operative of the secret empire, and I will not take your word on her harmlessness. Now I said let her rest. And in the meanwhile, nearby, Mom and Dad seemed a little better by the time we left. Yeah, when you told them you were going to stay in school, your mother even stopped crying for a minute. Now all I have to do is decide whether I was telling them the truth or not. I don't know about you, Warren, but I'm pooped. What say we drop these two off and head back to the penthouse? Sounds good to me, hon. I'm so bloated from Mrs. Drake's dinner that I'd like to lay down on my bed and groan for an hour or two. I wonder if Moondragon's still awake. I just might join you. You're passing up a fun time if you go home now, Warren. I got 3 new Gumby videotapes in the mail today. Gumby and Pokey. Wow, I haven't seen a Gumby since I was a kid. Remember the one with the chicken that ate the radioactive feed? I wonder if Moondragon's still awake. Yeah, I've got it. Tell me something. Aren't you two ever... excuse me. Ever going to grow up? Why should we? They've got a point. Look, I understand the need to help your sense of wonder, alive and all that. But Gumby, you might as well be collecting old episodes of Leave It to Beaver. Are you kidding? I've got the first 4 seasons complete. He's serious, isn't he? Laugh if you may, Warren Worthington III, but while you're up there in your perch celebrating your maturity, oh look, giant flying robots. I'm down here on the ground having a heck of a good giant flying robots. Either they're filming a new science fiction epic down the street, or there's something awfully screwy going on around here. Speed up, Candy. We've got to keep up with them. We've got to keep them in sight. Hank, look at the way they're angling, as if they're getting ready to land just a few blocks away. Oh, my stars and garters, that's not just any block. That's where the brownstone is. Well, don't just stand there gaping, Hank. So help me if they so much as touch those Gumby tapes. Here we go again. Everybody, ready to roll? Jowl, mine eared. Ready as I'll ever be. Bob, you head for the penthouse, and I'll hold for the fort, Candy. I'll be back as soon as I can. Yeah, and take good care of my pooch. You know, Sassy Dog, Bobby, and Hank aren't the only ones who never grow up. You feel up to talking now? We don't mean to push, but you have to understand that from our point of view, I'm an enemy, I know. You've got every right not to trust me. Up until a few days ago, I was your enemy. Geez, it's been like a nightmare. All these months I thought I was one thing, and then when I found out the truth, look, I know I'm not making much sense, but you've got to believe me. I knew you defenders were on the Empire's hit list, so when I found out how they lied to me, I figured you'd be the perfect allies. What do you mean they lied to you, Cloud? What is it they found out about yourself and the Empire? They used me. I'm sorry. I can't talk about it just yet. I understand, child. I saw it all in your thoughts, so clear, so bright, so painful. Well, look at that. I didn't think Moondragon had that kind of tenderness in her. Maybe Val was right about her. Moondragon is showing such uncustomary compassion. That should please me. Why then does it make me uneasy? What was it you saw in a girl's mind, Mr. Moondragon? Why was she so fried? Wait a moment. Do you hear something? Kurgroom, look out below! What in the name of... Oh, no, they found me. It's the robots. They found me. Subject Iceman is a minor hindrance, easily disposed of. Wow, he's not kidding. Haven't even got time to whip up a snowy cushion to break my fall. Oh, that hurt. That's what we get for trying to cut these robots off at the pass. Moondragon, don't let them take me. Observation. To seek aid from the humans is illogical. They cannot help you. Recommendation, surrender. You will not touch her. The brain blasted exceedingly efficient, but in reducing the machines to so much steaming slag, Moondragon has overstepped the limits imposed on her powers by Odin. No, this cursed headband. My mind is on fire. Oh no, my mind is on fire. What's going to happen? And she must pay the price. Enough, Moondragon. Maybe the most vexing of souls, but we have accepted her as one of us. She is a defender, and no defender shall come to harm while Brunhilde the Valkyrie lives. Atta girl, Val. Frosty! Way ahead of you, blue guy. A convenient ice slick to help Humpty Dumpty fall off his wall. And the avenging angel administers the coup de grace. I hate the de grace. With you, Warren? But that finishing touch belongs to... Alert, alert, severe internal damage. Alert, logic circuits overloading. The gargoyle. Boom. Moondragon, are you? I do not need your help. Hey, we were pretty good, weren't we? Not too shabby, Isaac, but we toppled that Leviathan character. Now we peel these robots apart like a couple of rusty tin cans. Frankly, I'm impressed. Of course, I'd be even more impressed if I knew what the heck this was all about. This is Cloud, isn't it? Indeed it is, Hank. And she's a friend. Why so glum, child? We have won. The danger has passed. No, it hasn't. Those 2 robots you just thrashed, they're just 1 team out of 5. Odin's eye, we are overrun. They're gonna get me. Oh God, they're gonna get me. It happens quickly as a shift in the odds that it's almost palpable. One moment in the new defenders are confident, and one might say arrogant. In the next, everything begins to fall apart. As he watches his old friend collapse into an unmoving heap, Bobby Drake seems to hear his father's voice echoing in his head. We were a couple of nervous wrecks, the voice says, with more than a hint of derision, wondering when the phone call would come, telling us all our boy Ben murdered. The Iceman joins his friend in oblivion, as simultaneously a thick cloying gas renders both Moondragon and the Valkyrie unconscious. Neither woman utters so much as a moan of protest that is left to other voices. Let go of her, you overgrown lead soldier, before observation. You are in no position to make any threats. Boom. Alert sensors indicate subject beast approaching from rear. Remind me to give you an A in observation on your next report card. Robbie, right next to the F in defender smashing. Analysis. Subject beast attempts to divert this unit with response. Designated humor. Illogical. Boom. Oh, look at the beast. And then, with an impotent crackle of lightning and a chillingly clinical electronic hum, it is over. Subject's clouds, metamorphic abilities temporarily neutralized. Task complete. They got her. They got her. All that remains is the rubble and the shame that never happened in the accounting school. A new headquarters, Cloud Story and Power Plan, full-scale assault on the Empire. Next issue. That was The New Defenders, number 127, 60 cents from 1984. I hope you enjoyed that little reading. And don't forget, this book is available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Remember, as Papa and all the New Defenders always say,
that was easy.
Until next time, Papa is